Hi, this is Jason from WA Building Movers. Today we wanted to talk about 8 questions you can ask a company when they are giving you a house lifting quote. The first and most obvious question is, have you ever lifted a house before? As silly as that may sound, a lot of companies, they have to enter somewhere. And the best companies will be companies that are family companies, of course, who have a great track record, have been around for decades and generations. However, we're not against companies entering the market, but the ideal companies will partner with another company that has the experience and will be able to train with that company to make sure that they are also providing the best service for you when they do come to lift your house. If it is their first opportunity, you probably don't want to be their first house lift and their first experience and basically their learning curve. Next question follows with the first question is, how many houses have you lifted? It's a very unique business. Some days you're lifting a wood frame house, some days it's a brick house, some days it's a block house, some days it's a wood frame house with brick infill. There's so many different forms of construction out there that it takes years and just massive amount of actual lifts to just fully grasp the full potential of this business. So while it's best to always have a eager company, you want to make sure that company brings decades of experience to your job site so they can provide the best service for you and get your house lifted properly and safely. Can you send me past pictures of houses you've lifted? Past actually the experience knowledge, you want to see products that they've actually performed on. You want to see how the sites look, how the houses look in the air. Do they look adequate? Do they look like they're doing large jobs, small jobs, houses that look like your house, that they're going to be able to accomplish the task and accomplish the task quickly? References. Do you have references? This question, it baffles me that this question is not asked more. You want to be able to have references of the company that's going to work in your job site, not only for yourself, but you want to make sure that other customers are also happy with that service. If it's a company that's getting great references, ask those references for references. Make sure that you are going to get the service that you expect and that company is also telling you that you're going to get. Can you tell me about your insurance coverage? This is key. House lifting, building moving comes under a specialized insurance called riggers, care custody control, sometimes cargo, depending on the carrier. This is the insurance that covers your home once it's lifted off until it's set back down into the new foundation. If the house lifter does not have this insurance, then you are at risk of any damage that may occur based on negligence or malfunction once they take that house into possession. If they cannot explain their insurance, but they do have this insurance, feel free to call their insurance carrier. Any reputable company will be happy to provide the name of their insurance carrier for you to be able to call and fully understand the coverage you have on the job site. What are the costs covered and what are not? You first want to make sure you have a reputable house lifter, and second, want to make sure that you are getting the service that's going to fill that whole need. Make sure that when they're quoting it, they're going to be able to take the house, lift the house, and also set the house down to foundation. If they're not going to do some of the disconnects of the house or there's other items within that job, you want to make sure that you're prepared. So ideally you have other trades to do that work before you get there. And second, you won't have additional costs from the house lifter. Can you help me with grants? Ideally, the house lifter is a subcontractor coming in to do one portion of the job, lift the house and set the house down. However, we do work in a lot of these programs where there are a lot of grants available. So from time to time, we may be able to help lead you in the right direction based on other information we've seen from past job sites and past homeowners to apply or find additional grants to hopefully help you through your project. And lastly, what about permits? Well, depending on the state and depending on the town, the permit stage will be very different from town to town and state to state. However, we will provide all the necessary permits for our portion of the role, noting that before Hurricane Sandy, the house lifter was not asked for certain parts of the permit process, and now today we are, so it is an evolving process. So While we are very thorough in the towns we work in, it's always best for you to ask the town specifically, what do you require if I'm going to lift my house? And make sure that you get their checklist, which most towns provide, a house lifting checklist, and be able to go through all those items, step 1, step 2, all the way to the end, to make sure that when you hand your permit packet in, you're able to get this back in a timely fashion without any kickbacks necessary for revision. Again, this is Jason for WA Building Movers. Happy to help you with any questions you have about your house process. We are looking forward to a number of homes getting lifted this year and helping homeowners get back home throughout New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, Texas, Pennsylvania, you name it. So any questions, feel free to reach out to us at info@wabuildingmovers.com. You can also check more useful videos out at YouTube /WA Building Movers. And if you like what you hear, give us a rating and review. Thank you so much.